Your dog licks you. Probably a lot. Maybe when you get home, maybe when you're sitting on the couch, maybe right on the face when you least expect it. And most people just call it a kiss and move on. But if you pay closer attention, you start noticing that the licking isn't always the same. There's the slow, calm kind when you're sitting quietly together. There's the frantic kind when you come through the door. There's the kind that happens when you're upset. And there's the quick, almost dismissive one that feels different from all the others. To understand where licking even comes from, you have to go back to wolves. Wolf pups can't eat solid food on their own for the first few months of life. When an adult wolf returns to the den after a hunt, the pups rush over and lick aggressively around the adult's mouth. That licking is a trigger. Studies show that about 75% of adult wolves will regurgitate partially digested food when stimulated this way. The pups eat it. That's how they survive between nursing and hunting for themselves. Your dog still has that instinct. They don't expect you to regurgitate anything, but the impulse to lick mouths and faces when excited or hungry traces directly back to this ancient feeding signal. When your dog is licking your face enthusiastically after you've been away, part of what's happening is an echo of something 30,000 years old. But licking didn't stay only a feeding signal. In wolf packs, subordinate wolves kept licking the mouths of dominant wolves long after puppyhood. Not for food, but as a gesture of appeasement and social bonding. The behavior migrated from survival function to social language. And dogs brought that social language with them into their relationship with humans. So when your dog licks you, one of the things they can be doing is signaling that they recognize you as the one in charge, and that they're okay with that.
But that's not all. A 2017 experiment was ran to understand what triggers licking in dogs. The scientists showed 17 dogs' pairs of faces on screens, one positive expression and one angry expression, from the same person, and they were both human and dog faces. They also played audio clips of positive and negative tones at the same time. The results were that mouth licking was triggered by the visual cues only, not the audio, and it was triggered specifically by angry human faces, more than happy human faces, and more than angry dog faces. The dogs licked their own mouths significantly more when they were looking at a person who appeared angry. What this tells you is that your dog's lip licking when you're upset or tense is not random. They aim at you specifically using a visual signal, a response to your emotional state.
The researchers believe this behavior may have been shaped during domestication itself. Dogs that were better at reading and responding to human expressions would have had an advantage in living alongside us. So that nervous lip lick your dog does when you raise your voice, that's them seeing your face and responding to it deliberately. A research published in Animal Cognition found that dogs approach and lick humans who are crying or showing distress, including owners and strangers too. When a stranger in an experiment pretended to cry, dogs crossed the room, bypassed their own owner, and nuzzled and licked the distressed person instead. The behavior was categorized by observers as submissive and comfort-oriented, not curious or playful. This means that the slow, gentle lick you sometimes get when you're having a rough day means your dog is aware and reading something in your behavior and responding to it in the same way they respond to any distressed creature, by making contact. There is a type of dog licking called the lick to dismiss. It's a quick, single lick, usually aimed at a face or hand, followed by the dog moving away or breaking eye contact. It looks like affection, but it's actually the opposite. It's a signal that means, I've had enough of this interaction, please give me space. Dog trainers and behavioral researchers know this one well. If you respond to it by moving closer or continuing to engage, you've missed the message entirely, and the dog has to find another way to communicate the same thing. So the same action, a dog licking you, can mean, I love you, I'm nervous, please stop being angry, you seem sad, or back off. Context is everything. The speed of it, the body language around it, whether the dog is moving toward you or away, whether it's one quick contact or sustained and slow. So, in short, licking it's a way that dogs have to communicate with humans. It's a system of communication built from ancient pack behavior and aimed, almost always, directly at you and what you are doing and feeling in that moment. If this changed how you see those so-called kisses, subscribe to Dog Lunar so you don't miss our next video. And tell us in the comments, do you notice different types of licking from your dog? Or does yours have one signature move? And here is another video you may find interesting.